are going to be reimagining Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster as into a Muppets area. And this is one that we have talked a lot about because we love the Muppets. I don't even quite know where to start with this one.
So Danny and I just discussed this one a little while ago because we made this outline a few days ago, but this one we just kind of discussed because originally we were talking about Muppets Mayhem with the Electric Mayhem and go to their concert, but we wanted to kind of think outside of the box as far as just going to a concert, something that was a little bit more unique. And I think that we came up with a really, really fun idea of making the Rock and Roller Coaster area and the Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy into just a new Muppets area. And how are we going to do that? We'll tell you right now.
So first off, one thing that we have learned just before we moved here and since we've been living here is people love the Muppets.
Yes,
we love the Muppets. And there have been times where the Muppets have been in the parks, and due to one reason or another, those things no longer exist. You used to be able to meet Bunsen and Honeydew at Epcot. They were just...
So it was Dr. Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker.
Okay, I was like, why did that...
Dr. Bunsen and Honeydew.
Hey,
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
I'm at the.
You confused me there. And Beaker.
Well, as I was saying that, I was like, wait a second. Why
did you get my name wrong?
I'm sorry. Me. I can't even go that high right now. So they used to be out in the park, and you used to be able to interact with them. They were like I want to say walk around.
A roll around characters.
A roll around character.
Yeah, they used to kind of free roam around Epcot, and it was really cool.
We also had in America, like at Magic Kingdom.
I think it was called The Great Moments in American History or something like that.
Yes, that sounds correct. And you would have like Sam Eagle and some of the other Muppets would show up through the windows and be Muppety.
Yeah, a celebration of only America.
I know that in Disneyland at one point they had a float in a parade of some sort where the Muppets did like basically like a Muppets Christmas Carol type of thing.
That was fantastic.
And everything we saw, everybody was like, wow, why can't we have that?
Be fair to Florida.
Yeah, exactly. One of the big, draws to Jollywood Nights was the fact that you could see Miss Piggy and Kermit in a stage show.
That was half the reason why I even contemplated going to that event.
Oh, same.
Was that Muppets thing.
And, we just ended up not being able to go this year, partially because of schedule and just partially we just weren't able to go. But that was a big reason to go. So people are hungry for the Muppets in the parks. So one of the things we discussed was first off, taking Rock and Roller Coaster and making it all Muppets for through and through. Now, we thought it would be fun to have, let's see, you said the band, what was the band's name again?
The Electric Mayhem. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Okay, thank you. And having where they need to get to their show. And maybe we have Miss Piggy as their manager.
It's like their band manager.
Yeah, as their band manager. Maybe we have Kermit as their band manager or Fozzie. And basically what we would do is, I think as a nod to Rock and Roller Coaster, you should have all of the Muppets do the same lines that Aerosmith does.
Yeah.
So imagine Kermit with his little hand being like, I love that idea.
That'd be
How about some backstage passes? Like an animal just like talking in animal. Yeah, instead of saying, how about some backstage passes?
Yeah.
I think it would just be so perfect. And then having an overlay of the Muppets, it's always so much fun. And so literally, I feel like the possibilities could be endless. I don't know what they would have to do, if it would be, projections on the walls, or if they would want to do, kind of like the lights, what is it, like the lights that are already in there?
Spotlights?
Not the spotlights, just, however they wanted to decorate it, I'm not sure, because the Muppets are very, like, recognizable. You want that to still look good.
Yeah.
Neon lights. That's what I was thinking about. Oh, like
got it.
like the neon lights. Like, I mean, you could have a shape of like Kermit in neon lights, but like, do you want like Kermit flying through the air next to you?
Right.
So
that'd be kind of funny.
I mean, that's the Imagineer's job. We're just going to give the idea.
Right.
But I think it'd be really, really fun that once you get to the end, you've made it to the concert, all of the Muppets, kind of like at the end of the Muppet Vision 3D, that they're all like, "Yay, you made it! Yeah, time for the concert!" We also talked about another little piece that would be pretty cool when it comes to this.
We would love to see some sort of Muppets meet and greet at the end of the ride, whether it be if they build a connection from the Rock and Roller Coaster building over to Lightning Queen's Racing Academy and do it over there, or do it kind of like how when you get off of Journey into Imagination with Figment, where you walk into the DreamWorks, or not DreamWorks, the ImageWorks lab, and you see Figment right there, and you can meet him after you go on his ride. It'd be really cool if it was like randomly just like Kermit, or it was Miss Piggy, or it was Fozzie, or whoever was there at the time. It'd be really neat if you could get off the ride and meet a Muppet, or maybe all of them if you have enough space.
I also don't know if that would create too much chaos in that small area. So one of the things that we also talked about was potentially removing the Lightning McQueen Academy, is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. We haven't done that in a very long time.
No, I've only done it once.
I think I've only done it once. I maybe have done it twice at the most. But imagine if you put either a meet and greet in there, or you brought in kind of like what they used to do with Bunsen and Honeydew. Dr.
Bunsen, Honeydew,
and Beaker. But what if you did almost like a rolling shows where you got to go in there and one of the Muppets would come out and they'd interact with the crowd?
That'd be really cool.
As opposed to necessarily like a one-on-one, because as much as I would love to do a meet and greet with the Muppets, I feel like it would be really long.
It would be.
I feel like it would be like Grinch territory at some points where it was like 7-hour waits to meet Kermit.
They would probably have to do something along the lines of what SeaWorld does with the Sesame Street characters, where there's like an area where not all of them are meeting, but one of them are meeting, or some of them are meeting, but it's just totally kind of random throughout the day.
Right.
So it's like a Muppet meet and greet area, but you don't know who's going to be there until you're in there.
Right. And I mean, I think that would be really cool. I also think that if you were to like kind of pull out all of the Cars stuff, that you could still use that stage and create a small area that isn't like chaotic. You know, you could even have like kind of like with Monsters Laugh Floor, where you can like talk to the audience. Like, I feel like that kind of stuff would be very popular. Yeah. And as much as I would love to say like, oh yeah, let's put a meet and greet next to the gift shop, there's not even enough room for the gift shop in the gift shop.
Fair. It is a very small gift shop.
And I just feel like it would, even one Muppet, I feel like would, you know, they'd be like the Beatles. Everybody would want to see them and meet them and hang out with them.
So real quick, before we move on to the next one, I want to bring up something that it's probably blasphemous for a lot of people.
Uh-oh.
Now, the Muppets Courtyard, over as it stands right now, where you walk down Grand Avenue, and on your left, you've got Pizza Rizzo, you've got Muppet Vision 3D, the Miss Piggy Fountain, and then basically nothing until you get to Mama Melrose's. That whole area is just so unutilized right now. Let's get rid of it. But wait, I'm not getting rid of Muppet Vision 3D because I know what it means to everybody and the Henson Estate and all that. Move or relocate Muppet Vision 3D to Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Take out the benches that you sit on for the show. Put in theater seats, or you can put long benches, whatever you want to do. Put the same film on a new state-of-the-art kind of setup with around it having new features, and kind of retool the penguins and all the animatronics that you see in the show, kind of retool them and maybe put Statler and Waldorf in a different place, but move all that over there and make that the new Muppets Courtyard. And dedicate that corner of the park solely to the Muppets.
Now, question.
Yes.
Do you bring the Miss Piggy fountain?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The only thing, and our friend Alicia Stella will probably wring my neck for this, but the only thing that would theoretically go away is Pizza Rizzo. And sorry, it's the same pizza as Pizzafari. It's just themed to a rat. Sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You know, it's out of left field. It's not going to happen. But
I have said to you, and I've said to anybody who's eaten with us, that at Epcot, when you go to Connections Cafe, the pizza there,
puff pizza with the little Caesar.
Right. And
it's
so,
not good.
Honestly, like little dollop of cheese.
Right.
That's the best sound I could make for.
It's not good.
Right.
Puff pizza with the little.
There should be the pizza that's served park wide.
Yes.
The pizza at Pizza Rizzo is not awesome.
No.
And could be better.
Puff pizza with the little Caesar salad.
It's like a giant puff of dough, and then you got like a little dollop of cheese.
Right.
That's the best sound I could make for.
It's not good.
Right. And
it's
so
not good.
Honestly, like I think that they could. I feel like they could even do like a Pizza Rizzo pizza stand if they wanted to keep it alive.
Yeah. That's what you do with the cart that so unbelievably sadly got rid of the mac and cheese.
Can you imagine if you could go into the Muppets area and have a Pizza Rizzo like booth and they had just slices to go?
Yeah.
But like slices like they sell at
Count me in.
At a Connections Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so yummy.
And it'd be so easy to retool that area and not close anything, really. You just basically put construction walls up where the Rock and Roller Coaster sign is and just block off that corner of the park because that's all it's over there. It's just Rock and Roller Coaster and Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
So you close that off until everything's done and you don't affect the rest of the park at all. And then you have so much new real estate to do something over on Grand Avenue. And who knows what we can put in there. But Hollywood Studios is a park where you are being immersed in the IPs and the movies. And if we can cohesively put Muppets all in one corner, there's a huge amount of space over there on Grand Avenue that you can utilize for something else. So go for it.
Now, as for the storyline, I don't think we really talked about necessarily like what would be happening on Rock and Roller Coaster, but I feel like the Muppets have so many like personalities and so much like that you can do with them. It doesn't matter what the Imagineers came up with.
Yeah.
The Muppets could do it.
It'd be fun to like kind of race across town to go catch the Muppet Show or something. You know, it'd be really fun.
Yeah. I think they need to play at the Muppet Show.
Exactly.
I love the idea of all of them being like, yeah, you made it. Like all the like the Kermit, like, you know, the arms.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Everybody's just going, and then Miss Piggy says something like, you know, oh, you made it to see the star at the very end, or something like
Her
very
show-stopping number.
Yeah, you made it for my show-stopping number, and you
got
know,
a minute and a half.
just something exactly like that.
Yeah.
That, you know, embraces the perfection that is the Muppets.
Absolutely.